Happy Thursday. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for joining us for this grocery haul. And thank you all for watching the replay. Thanks to those of you who will be watching from the Watchtower. Okay, I don't see anybody yet. Yes, welcome in, Joshua. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out Joshua Gabriel. It is 68 degrees Fahrenheit in my area. It was raining this morning and I had to get out in the rain, but everything's good right now. It's wet, but we're here. So welcome in, Joshua, and thank you so much. I did a grocery haul and I did very well, I think. I shopped at Piggly Wiggly, Food for Less, and I spent $240.55. I had tax of $17.94 and cost plus 10%, $20.29. The food tax cost $17.28, non-food tax 66 cents, and total tax $17.94. I got 44 items here. So let me show you what I got. I am very pleased with what I have. I think I did good. It would have been much more in some other places, and I know it. So I am pleased with what I have. So let's get to it. If you have a Piggly Wiggly in your area, check them out. You might like them. If you are in the South, a lot of the Piggly Wiggly stores are in the South. This particular one that I have started going to is one that's newly opened, and it is way better than some of the others that I have seen. Well, a couple others that I have seen in this store, in this city. So let me show you what we have. Let's get right to it. I think I will start with the sale price stuff. Candy. Now, they have Valentine's candy on sale for $2 a box. Good chocolate. Whitman's, and the other one is Russell Stover. These are some good chocolates. $2 per box. And I got these so I can give them to some other people who like chocolate. I dropped one off to my daughter, and I have another one for my other daughter, and then I have 2 other boxes to share as well. So $2 per box. They were $5 per box before the holiday. So I got that, and I have some medium egg noodles. I'll probably make a dish with this soon. I don't know what yet, but I got the egg noodles. And let's put these eggs in the fridge. I got some eggs, brown eggs, because I was out. I don't use a lot of eggs, but I do use eggs. Okay, let's put these in the fridge. Okay, we got some 2 bottles of zero sugar pineapple Minute Maid. And I like this. It's not sweet at all, but I really, really do like it. So I have 2 bottles of this. So let's put these away. Okay. Thyme. I cook with thyme. I like to put thyme in my meats especially. Like that. Jasmine rice. 3 packs of jasmine rice. 2 and 3. Okay, let's put this in the pantry. Rice is a staple in our house. It's just like having some cornmeal or some flour or whatever. Okay, I've got some more creamy peanut butter. More cayenne pepper because I cook with this. More Szechuan spice. Welcome in Lynn's Life Lessons. How are you doing? Thank you so much, beautiful, for coming. Some cut green beans. I have 4 cans of these. And I'm going to tell you what these prices are in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to try this cornbread mix, honey butter. I've not tried this before. Generally, I make my own cornbread, but I'm just going to try this. 3 cans of pink salmon, and this is wild caught, premium wild Alaska pink salmon. And salmon is pricey, even in the can, it's pricey. I had to go out today, and when I was finished doing what I had to do, I said, let me stop by the grocery store, and I stopped by Piggly Wiggly. I bought the fish fry. I decided I would just go on and get this large one because it's cheaper. Look how much I have here. It's a large jar. And let me tell you what this cost. Let's see, Zatarain's. Okay, it was $8.81, and I had 2 small boxes, and they were going to be like roughly $3 each box. So it made sense to me to get more for my money, so I got this one. Some cooking oil. And I just couldn't resist these. They will last a while. I bought 2 boxes of the banana, and they're the mini moon pies. 2 boxes of those, and 1 box of vanilla. So I'll put these in the pantry. Sometimes at night, I just need a little snack, guys. And I know it's not a healthy snack, but you know how it is. Got some crackers because I will be using these when I make some salmon patties or salmon croquettes. So I got this it seems like a healthier choice. It is all natural, 0-gram trans fat, no preservatives. So I'm trying this. Tomato ketchup. And I'm sure I already showed you the egg noodles. And 2 bottles of this Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. A family member asked me to do some meatballs, and they wanted the barbecue honey sauce, so I have 2 bottles of this. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Get in the pantry. And I bought 2 eggplants, and I will be making a dish with the eggplants. 2 nice eggplants. Hadn't had any in a while, so I have those. And show you, got some tissue, Angel Soft. Let's see. 12 rolls. And some more paper towels, Sparkle. Now let's get to meats that I got. I'm going to do some fish tomorrow for Friday. I have some, wild caught flounder. And they are individually wrapped. So I have that. And I bought a bag of North Pacific whiting, wild caught. So I have this, and I'll be cooking this tomorrow, these 2 packs of fish tomorrow. So get these in the freezer. Going to keep them in these bags so they won't mess up the freezer. Wild caught. Okay. Yesterday I wasn't on much. I helped my daughter to fix some food for a group. So I was busy yesterday. So I have a pack of ground chuck. 1 pack, and this pack was $10.86. And I have another pack, $10.92. Ground chuck. And a pack of ground turkey. And I am going to mix a ground turkey and 1 pack of ground chuck to make those meatballs. I'm going to make them from scratch. I could have bought a bag of meatballs, but I'm going to make them from scratch, probably later today. So I'm not going to be doing too much cooking right now in the oven. Had an issue with my oven the other day, last week. So the appliance technician will be here on next week to repair that. From what we told him, he thinks it's probably an element that's burned. It's burned out. This chuck roast was $27.42. So I got this. It will be cooked for a meal at another time. And I got some oxtails. And this little pack is $12.03 on this one. And this pack was $9.74. Oxtails are very, very expensive. And I bought some smoked turkey necks. I like to season greens and peas with those, and beans. So I have that. I want to put this in the freezer. You all will not believe it. After we did all of the cooking the other day, my daughter's oven went out. But we got finished just in time, so we use the same appliance technician, so he will go to their house next week as well as come here to repair our ovens. Her oven went out, and mine went out last week. So that's it for the grocery haul. And as I said, the total, $240.55. And I think we did really, really well with this. So I'm pleased. And I was gifted this. Someone gave me this. A blessing. You know who that someone was? Is my youngest daughter. Gifted this to me yesterday. So this is a blessing. This is a blessing, and I'm grateful for every act of kindness because nobody owes me anything. I thank you all for your kindness and being here, spending time, making comments, watching videos, everything, memberships, support, watching my shorts. That is support. Giving the like. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares, the views. All of this is so important to me, and I am so, so grateful. So let's get this put in the pantry. And I think that's about it for the grocery haul. But I thank you guys so much for coming in and let me speak to you. Let me look. Thank you for coming, Joshua, Lynn's Life Lessons. Thank you, Boss Lady Denise. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, those moon pies. Mike loves them too. Yes, I do too. Dr. Studios YT. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for your support. Yes, those moon pies. I have the vanilla and the banana. They also have the strawberry. I like the strawberry. I really like the banana and the vanilla. And with these, I like these because they're mini ones and you don't have to, you know, have a big moon pie. I remember growing up back in the day, we loved the moon pies. Let me show you the size of these. this is the banana one, and I like the small ones because I don't need all of the sugars anyway, so it's just fine for me. Sometimes I have an urge for something sweet at night. See this cute little size? Have you seen these, Boss Lady? You probably have them in your store. I like these mini ones. Yeah, so that's that. And these moon pies have been around a long, long time. Let me just talk to you guys briefly. I'm going to talk about something. I was going to come on and talk about this on a different video, but I'm going to touch on it right now a little bit. And I'm going to talk to old folks, old people like myself. We always talking about the young ones and what they do wrong, and they're disrespectful, they're this, they're that. But elders need to check themselves as well. I have been observing some elders, and when I say elders, I'm talking 60 and above. Such nasty attitudes, don't know how to talk to people, just downright nasty. And some people say, oh, they have bipolar. They like this today, they like that tomorrow. Don't put all of that on bipolar. Yes, some people do have bipolar, and I understand that. But some of these people are just downright nasty attitude. Has nothing to do with mental or anything. This is just who they are. And I tell people sometimes, a lot of times when you see elders that are so mean, don't care what they say, don't care how they treat people, this is who they are. This is who they have been. Maybe you didn't know them to be that way, but as time to talk, Gwen Michelle says, people introduce themselves, and they do. They do. They tell you themselves just who they are. They don't need any introduction from anybody else. They let us know how they are. So old folks, stop talking about the young people being disrespectful, they this, they're that, because if y'all think because you are old, you can talk to people any type way and they're not going to respond to that. Sometimes they may not, but if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, these young people will say something to you. Most of them will. Maybe some of them may not. But I don't care how well you were trained, how respectful you may be. People are not going to take you talking to them any type of way, time and time and time again. It's not going to happen. So old people like myself, seniors, elders, whatever you want to call us, let's be careful in the manner in which we speak to young adults, teenagers, young people. These are not your children. You cannot talk to other people's children crazy. Let's not do that. And then you holler, oh, she's so disrespectful. She cussed at me. Well, you probably provoked it sometimes. Not saying that it's right, but stop provoking young people. Stop provoking teenagers. They are people. They're young, but they are young people. They are humans. And you don't have to have a bad attitude. And I've talked about attitudes before and manners. Attitudes, tone. Tone is everything. It's not always what you say some things. It's the way in which you say some things. So let's be mindful. Let's be mindful of how we treat others. And my motto is be mindful of how you allow others to treat you. Elders think they're always right sometimes and that young people can't tell them anything. But there's always room to learn and room for improvement. We all don't have all of the answers. Nobody does. We're not God, so we don't have all of the answers. Let's just be kind and learn how to treat people, and most importantly, learn how to talk to people. Learn how to talk to people, because when you talk like this, you're just showing who you are. You're just showing yourself. So let's be careful, elders. Let's be careful. You know, a lot of times I talk to the young people and I'm telling them how to conduct themselves and their attitudes and what they do. But just learn how to treat the young people as well. If you see a young person doing something, okay, I have been in church before and I have seen elders, you know, if a young lady has on some attire that's not presentable, I've seen elders just bash instead of pulling that young lady aside and talking with some sense to her. Don't just bash people, because some people may not have grown up the way you grew up. Some people may not have been trained the way you were trained. But learn how to correct young people constructively and with love. With love. If we do all things in love, everything will be much better. And I didn't even get on to talk about this because I'll probably talk some more about it on another live at another time, but that was just on my heart because I saw something yesterday and it was totally uncalled for. It's a way to talk to anybody. You don't even have to kick a dog around. You do not. Let's learn how to be kind. Let's watch our tone. Even when we're on these YouTube apps, when you're threading on an app, people cannot see your body language, your facial expressions, your mannerism. So when you're threading in the comments, be mindful of what you type, because whatever you type is what people see. They can't see your facial expressions. So let's be careful even in threading in the comments how we conduct ourselves. I have threaded before and I'll look at it and I say, no, I don't need to say that. And I will totally delete it. I've done it several times. I'll be, just threading. And then I'll read over it and I said, no, I don't even need to speak on that. I don't need to even respond. I don't need to say anything. And I'll just delete it. We have to pay attention because we are held accountable for our actions. So let's remember that. Let's be careful, guys. Let's see who else came in. Hi, Adrian. How are you doing? And Lynn's Life Lesson says, yes, Mrs. Patty, I agree. I see when I am out at the doctor's office and in the grocery stores. Yes, Lynn. Anywhere. Church too. Church too. I was in a church one Sunday. I was visiting this church. And I happened to know this lady. And this child sat beside her. And she was saying, don't put your foot on my dress. Move back. Don't sit by me. Go over there and sit. Don't sit by me. Don't put your foot. Now, that was crazy to me. She was a young child. I understand if you don't want the dirt on your dress or whatever. But the way she was going off in church, Yes. I said, my. Said, wow. I just looked at her. I just looked. And I know her very well. And I'm just like, and it was her church that I was visiting. And I just said, wow. All I could say was, wow. You know, I mean, people are a trip sometimes. I was listening earlier before I got on to another content creator, um, and it must be something going on. I was just kind of listening to the highlights, and the creator was saying, um, be careful on these YouTube streets. People will lie on you, don't even respond to the lies. So I know something has gone on. We really need to be careful in real life, in our physical lives, and we need to be careful how we conduct ourselves, even on these social media sites. We need to be very careful, and we need not to speak untruths about people. I watch some of the commentaries sometimes, and I hear some stuff that is not quite altogether the truth, because I have looked at the other side and things get misconstrued, that things that were said or done or not done, and it's not facts, and then people do commentary and it's just all not true. So yes, let's just be careful, no matter if we're commentating on anything, if we're commentary or whatever, doing commentary or not. Let's just be careful. And I don't know what had gone on for this creator to say how people are lying on people on YT. I don't know, but something obviously had gone on for her to say that. And I just called her highlights, so I didn't even hear the full video that she did. I'll go back and listen to it. But anyway, this is all that I have, guys, and I thank you so much for coming through, everybody. You all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you soon. Thank you for your support, always. Well,